Let's close our eyes. Make sure that you're comfortable. Have a final fidget. And by closing our eyes, we limit the sense of seeing the things in the room. And our attention focuses more towards the voice that's speaking. So there's an experience of listening. What we're interested in here is what we're actually experiencing. That is not what we're thinking about, not how we feel about it. Who cares how we feel about it? Who cares what we think about it? That's enough of thinking and feeling our way through a world. Let's look at our actual experience, our direct experience. What's actually experientially real, not what are we thinking or dreaming or imagining or feeling is real, or ignoring what is by fantasizing about things that aren't or that which isn't. So with our eyes closed, this sense of experiencing ourselves becomes the dominating experience if we focus on the body. So if we notice the sensation of breathing, notice this around the center of the body, the stomach. So the stomach is moving in and out. As we breathe in, the stomach expands, and as we breathe out, the stomach falls. As we breathe in, notice the stomach rises and moves more towards the spine. The stomach contracts. And we breathe out and the stomach collapses. So the direct experience of the body, the center of the body, is best seen by the breathing function. That's not complicated. We haven't had to move to Tibet and become a Buddhist. We haven't had to enter a monastery and be baptized. No requirements to notice that breathing and the movement of the body is real. None of us could say that breathing isn't happening. But we can say that Father Christmas isn't real, because that's a belief we no longer have, unless we do, and then we might be somewhat deluded. Now, if we notice our bums and our backs against the chair and our feet on the floor, notice the sensations of the body, where these things are also real, they are being experienced. There is increased tension around the feet and the back and the buttocks, where the sensations of the body connect with the objects of the chair and the floor. So if we join these together, sensation of the feet, the back and the buttocks with the breathing function, notice the total experience of the body. Stomach moving, feet on the floor, buttocks and back. And there is generally a sense of tension in various places, movement of the stomach, and we can feel the body. The body is present to what is. Mind, thoughts, feelings and sensations, is concerned with ideas about what isn't. Past, present, future. We don't need the mind. In fact, let's set aside or notice the absence of a personality. We don't need a personality. We don't need, how do I feel and think about this experience? Put your life story in a bag and place it by your door. Use the imagination to do that. You don't need the you. Don't need any wounds, any labels, any diagnosis we've given ourselves or been given by others. We don't need any faith to believe in the body. Don't need any beliefs. There's nothing to believe in here. There's no story here. There's no memories. In fact, nothing else is being experienced. There's a voice, and then the voice stops talking and there's a space. And the voice is pointing us to experiences in the body. So experience is real. The words are pointing us to the experience. And in the gaps in between the voices, that which the voice has pointed to, we are exploring by a process of self-inquiry, whether for us it is true or not. We don't even need our own language, we don't need our thoughts, we don't need our feelings. We are just concerned with actual experience, reality. Without the use of words, thoughts, an idea called a mind. Let's try and find what we usually call me. So without referring to words and thoughts, find you. See if you can find the person that you refer to when you say me, without words, references to memory, without thought. Try that, try looking for me without using thought. And very quickly we discover we can't find what we usually refer to when we say me. We can't find who we take ourselves to be, we can't find our past without thoughts. We can't find anything that we usually emphasize matters to us. Actually, all we find, at best, is the sensations in the body, the experience of being. But we don't find a personality, an identity, a person, a story without words. What is actually real for us, what we can experientially evidence by scientific method, that is actual experience, is our being, our very being. That has always been our being, that is our being. And what we cannot find is the personality and everything over all this time that it has been doing. All of the efforts of the doing are to bring about what we usually call peace or happiness or contentment. Whether that's in the moment, because we're talking to someone and we find the interaction challenging, or we feel we have to perform in a particular way, the challenge or the performance that we adopt in front of specific people, we do so in order to seem acceptable, and this acceptability is the experience of our being. So we respond to whether they like or dislike how we're presenting ourselves in order to feel the same experience of our very being. Which precedes any ideas about who we are. Here we are now. Look, this experience of your being without thought. Is anything missing? Can anything be added to the experience of simply being to improve it? Without thoughts, without words, without reference to memory. Are any labels we've been given or given ourselves necessary to experience being? Is it painful? Is being painful? Is my essential being painful? Am I doing this? Am I being this any better or worse than anyone else? Or is being happening to me? Being just is, it is true. In fact, we see at last that our essential being is unbroken, isn't damaged, isn't harmed in any way, needs no effort, isn't lacking anything, has never changed from when we were 5, 10, 15, 30. Our essential being that we are currently being is precisely the same as it has always been. It has never changed. It is unaffected, unharmed by the story, by the narrative, by the experiences, by the events, by the joy, by the misery. That has constantly changed. The things in the personality, in the self, in the story, are constantly changing. But our essential being, this directly available, ever-present, never-absent being that I am, is unchanged, unbroken. This God consciousness, true self, And the human predicament is that we identify with the things that we do that overlook what we are already being. I think these things, I feel these things, I miss these things. I don't miss those things. I want those things. When I get this, I'll be better. When I get rid of that, it'll be okay. Time and space and objects and thoughts and feelings. Every single one of them replaceable. With a next time, a next space, a next thought, a next feeling, a next hope, a next regret. They'll never stop changing. And the human predicament is that we can try and control those things that belong to this sensed self. We avoid some of them in order to feel happy in the moment, and we desire others in order to feel happy in the moment. Without the dance of doing, at the back of experience, prior to all thoughts and feelings, is our essential being. We are not a personality trying to meditate. We are that which the word meditation points to. In which an idea called a personality comes and goes. We have the cart before the horse. And here we are seeing that the cart keeps changing. And we are that true self. Thanks.